Episode 12. Dad, I'm not dreaming, right? Jackson asked excitedly. Travis shook his head and pretended to stay calm. Son, calm down. Even though our family has fallen from its former glory, we were once a famous family in Sacramento. Back then, they didn't even dare look us in the eye. We must stay proud and not let others look down on us. Yes, Dad. Don't worry. Jackson nodded quickly, and the father and son proudly walked into the CEO's office. Inside the office, Johnny Harper was lying back in his chair. When Travis and Jackson entered, he didn't even look at them. Jackson was stunned. Why was this different from what he had imagined? Shouldn't Mr. Harper be welcoming them respectfully? Since Johnny said nothing, Travis finally felt that something was wrong. However, they had come this far, so he couldn't just leave without doing anything. "Hello, President Harper. I'm Travis White," he said awkwardly. "I know," Johnny replied calmly. Travis's expression stiffened. The president's careless attitude made him very sullen, but he knew he had to stay humble when dealing with other companies. After all, he was the one asking for help. He had to be ready to lower himself. "President Harper, I've come on behalf of our family to discuss the Beverly Hills Resort project. What do you think, sir?" "Does your family have any special skills in vacation resort construction?" Johnny asked casually. Travis's face immediately brightened. As long as Mr. Harper was willing to talk, there was still hope. "Sir, our family has 9 professional engineering teams. We also own large-scale construction equipment. We have a great deal of experience. Besides that, our family became wealthy through real estate. The workers under us have excellent construction experience. Many famous buildings in Sacramento were built by our teams." Travis was very good at speaking. He kept praising the abilities of his engineering teams and talked for more than 10 minutes until his mouth became dry. Only then did he stop. After finishing, he looked at Johnny confidently. He felt sure that he had impressed Mr. Harper. But when he looked up, his eyes widened in shock. Johnny was lying back in his chair, asleep. He was even snoring. Travis's eyes instantly turned red with anger. This was clearly humiliating them. Jackson, who was standing nearby, was also furious. In the past, whenever people heard about his status as a member of the White family, they would respectfully try to please him. But today, neither he nor his father was getting any respect. "President Harper," Travis's voice became much more serious. Although he was angry, he was not foolish. He didn't even dare think about causing trouble for Mr. Harper. The people supporting Johnny were the Barretts and Mr. Harrison. Either one of those families was much stronger than the White family. "Huh? What's wrong?" Johnny acted as if he had just woken up and looked at them confused. "Nothing. I've already finished explaining our family's specialties." Travis forced down his anger in his heart and gave his son a look. Jackson immediately understood. He took out a sandalwood box from behind him and respectfully placed it in front of Johnny. With a careful smile, he said, "President Harper, I heard that you like tea, so my father hired someone to buy a blue and white porcelain tea set from Antique Street. I hope you like it." Johnny glanced at him and opened the sandalwood box. Inside was a shining tea set decorated in blue and white colors. It was indeed an antique blue and white porcelain tea set. Although it wasn't the highest quality porcelain, it was still considered excellent. The entire set was worth more than $1 million. The White family is quite generous, Johnny thought with a playful smile. "Look, President Harper." Seeing that Johnny seemed pleased, hope returned to Travis's heart. "Mr. White, I think you forgot to mention one of your family's specialties," Johnny said jokingly. Travis and Jackson looked at each other in confusion. Did their family have another specialty? How could they not know about it? "Please enlighten me, President Harper," Travis said respectfully. "Daydreaming." Johnny smiled playfully and spoke those 3 words. "Your family is very good at daydreaming." Humiliation. It was direct and obvious humiliation. Travis and Jackson's expressions instantly twisted with anger. They finally realized that Johnny had never planned on having a proper conversation with them. From the very beginning, he only wanted to humiliate them. Travis's chest rose and fell rapidly as he angrily asked, "President Harper, how has our family offended you?" He wasn't stupid. If he still couldn't understand Johnny's intentions now, then he would have wasted his entire life. At first, he had wondered why a president who hundreds of companies couldn't even meet was willing to see them. Now it was obvious. It wasn't because the White family was important, it was because Johnny Harper wanted to humiliate them. "Your family isn't even worthy of offending me," Johnny snorted coldly. He picked up the sandalwood box from the table and threw it directly at Travis's face. Travis cried out in pain, covered his nose, and staggered backward. The antique blue and white porcelain tea set fell to the floor and shattered into pieces. "I'll kill you!" Seeing his father get hit, Jackson's face turned red with rage. He charged at Johnny like a mad lion. Mr. Harper sneered and kicked him to the ground. "Someone come in!" When the bodyguards outside heard the noise, they immediately rushed into the office. "President Harper!" The bodyguards looked at him at the same time. "These two fools tried to attack me. Teach them whose territory this is." Johnny sneered. Ever since Rob gave him the task the night before, he had been thinking about how to make Travis and Jackson so angry that they would attack him first. Jackson had not disappointed him. "Yes, President Harper." The bodyguards smiled coldly, clenched their fists, and surrounded Travis and Jackson. Soon, screams filled the room. A short time later, both men were lying on the floor. Their faces were covered with bruises. They had been beaten so badly that their breathing became weak. "Carry them out. Then tell everyone waiting at the entrance that anyone who wants to stand with Lux Travel must first cut all ties with the White family. Otherwise, there will be no cooperation." When Travis and Jackson heard those words while lying on the ground, everything went dark before their eyes. They didn't even have time to catch their breath before they fainted. Several bodyguards dragged them outside and threw them near the entrance as if they were throwing away dead dogs. The representatives from the other companies looked at one another in confusion. None of them understood what had happened. Half an hour ago, the White father and son had been proudly talking about working with Johnny Harper. How had they been thrown out so quickly? Everyone had been jealous before. They thought the White family would become the first company to cooperate with Lux Travel. But now, seeing Travis and Jackson in such miserable state, everyone took a deep breath. They suddenly felt lucky that they had not gone in first. The bodyguards then repeated Johnny's message. As soon as the crowd heard everything, an uproar broke out. Are the White father and son really that reckless? They actually dared to attack President Harper inside Lux Travel? I'm laughing to death. Why did that old fox Morgan send two idiots here? The White family is finished. Since President Harper has spoken, nobody will dare cooperate with them.